There is so much information on the internet about social media for real estate agents, and most of it is dead wrong. In this video, I'm going to tell you the platforms you have to be on, I'm going to tell you the type of content you should be making, and I'm going to tell you how to convert your audience into closed sales. Coming up right now. Hey everyone, welcome back to Freedom Agents. My name is Marc Brenner. I'm a realtor and team leader in Atlanta, Georgia, and this YouTube channel is all about helping you increase your sales. Now, I'm really excited today to be talking about social media for real estate agents. This is something that I've personally researched over the years of being an agent, and it is scary how much misinformation there is about this topic. Now, part of the problem is when you research social media for real estate agents, a lot of the information you're getting is about how to grow your audience, not to convert sales, but just to be an influencer, right? There are lots of people outside of agents who want to grow their platforms, and a lot of agents use information that's really for people trying to become influencers when that's not the goal for agents. Your goal as an agent shouldn't be to be an influencer, although you do want influence over an audience. Your goal should be to create leads and convert them into sales. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you all the things that you don't need to worry about, all the platforms that you don't need to waste your time with, and I'm going to tell you the platforms that you have to be on. I'm going to tell you the type of content that you must be making, and we're going to talk about how to convert leads into closed sales. Now, just for reference, I closed over 30 deals last year just from one social media platform. So this is information that I've personally used to convert and close deals through social media. So let's get right into it. The best social media platform for real estate agents. All right, so you're a real estate agent and you want to use social media to close more deals. So if you Google this topic, if you go into a training for this topic at your brokerage or some kind of training course that someone is selling, you are going to hear the same dialogue. This is dialogue that I hear in every one of those types of groups and meetings. Should I have a business Instagram account or a personal Instagram account? Should I have a Facebook business page or keep it all personal? Should I be on LinkedIn? These are all really dated conversations that have nothing to do with generating leads of people you don't know and converting those leads into sales. And one of the biggest problems I see with this topic is that people treat each social media platform as if they're identical. And the reality is each social media platform is different, and it's really important that you understand how to use each platform in the right way for your purposes. And I'll give you an example. In my YouTube videos, I get a lot of compliments, but I hear from other agents like, hey, I love your videos, but geez, why is it 20 minutes long? Don't you want to make a 5-minute video so that more people can watch it? And that shows a perfect misunderstanding of that particular platform. For instance, for YouTube, your view duration is the most important metric. So you actually want to be making longer videos because this will naturally increase the view duration. That's obviously not the case for a platform like Instagram. So each of these platforms is different. You cannot treat them the same. Now, if you're currently on the fence about if you need social media for your business, let me tell you very plainly, in 2022, as we go into 2023, I don't see how any agent can survive without a robust social media presence. There are more and more technology companies like Amazon and Zillow that are trying to take your job. They are trying to use technology to eliminate the position of real estate agents. And one of the only lines of defense that you have is to create your own audience, is to create your own content that people find valuable. If you don't have any kind of content that people find valuable out there on the internet, if you're not providing value, if people can't find you through searchable terms, you're basically a ghost. So This doesn't apply as much to the younger people because they are more likely to have most of the social media channels. If you're a seasoned agent, if you're a middle-aged or older agent and you're wondering, should I even bother getting into it? I've closed a few deals, I want to close a few more. The answer is a resounding yes. Social media is one of the only life rafts you have in an age where all these technology companies are coming for your position. Now, the other thing I'll say about this is if you're a much younger person, if you're in your 20s, I'm 35, and getting on some of these platforms, especially the newer ones, is extremely difficult for me. You have a major advantage if you're in your 20s, your early 20s. You naturally know how to use TikTok. You naturally know how to use Instagram in a way that connects with people around your age much more easily than people my age. So if you're a much younger person, I want you to realize social media is your superpower. You were born and raised in an environment where social media always existed. So you're naturally more comfortable with it. You're more in tune with what's popular, and it's probably much easier for you to make content that a lot of people want to see and content that could potentially go viral. So if you're a young person, I don't want you to look at social media as just another thing that you do, to nod off during the day. I want you to realize you have a major advantage as a young person utilizing social media to create an audience much faster than your colleagues. And if you're an older person just getting into this, I can really empathize with you. I recently started a TikTok. It was a huge pain in the ass, not something that I wanted to do, but this is the reality of our business. You have to do things that are outside of your comfort zone. So I think social media is a complete non-negotiable no matter what age you are. All right, so we're gonna cover what I call the core 4 social media platforms that you should have a presence on. If you're watching this video today and you're my age, you probably have a Facebook and an Instagram. You probably have like 500 Facebook followers and you probably have maybe 200 Instagram followers, right? That's probably the most common scenario for most of you people watching out there. And you're wondering, well, how the heck do I close business when I have such a small audience? I don't know how to grow it. I feel like I'm in a small fish in a big pond. So we're gonna talk about Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Now, the other two we're going to talk about that you probably don't have if you're my age is a YouTube channel and a TikTok account. And that in itself is one of the big problems with your ability to close business. You have the two older, stale platforms that are slowly eroding, and you're not already engaged in the two platforms that are way more relevant and growing at a way faster pace. So we're going to cover these 4. I think you should have an account for all 4. What we're not going to talk about is LinkedIn or Twitter or Pinterest. And I'm sure there's agents who have closed deals with those platforms. In my opinion, they're much lower in the hierarchy of most important platforms. So I'm not even going to tell you to worry about those right now. So let's talk first about Facebook and Instagram. In my opinion, I would label these as sphere apps, meaning the posts that you do on Facebook and Instagram are to stay on top of mind for your sphere of influence, the people that know, like, and trust you enough to accept your friend request, okay? These are not really searchable apps, and that's a reason why I think they're not as good as the other 2 apps I'm gonna talk about, meaning you can't really plug a search term into Google like best real estate agent in Atlanta and come up with a Facebook or Instagram result. When you post a Facebook post or Instagram post, or especially a story, these things evaporate and disappear. You can't find them after a period of time. It would take you maybe hours to scroll through old posts to find something you're specifically looking for. And that's a big problem when you want to be discovered by new people. So I do think you should have a Facebook and Instagram account, but I think you should look at it like your Millionaire Real Estate 36 Agent Touch program, right? You should definitely be reaching out to these people in person, but you should have everyone who know, like, and trust you in your Facebook and Instagram, and you should stay top of mind by posting something once a day. This is going to keep the people who already know you connected to you, in touch with your story, and keep you top of mind. It is not going to help new people discover you like the other 2 apps we're going to talk about. All right, so what kind of content should you post on Facebook and Instagram? First of all, I'm not even going to mention like business versus personal. It doesn't matter. business versus person, it does not matter. I don't really care. Create a business page, create a personal page, it does not matter. Personally, I would keep everything personal. But it really doesn't matter. The type of content needs to be a story. Okay, now I will be honest with you, especially for older folks, and I'm not judging them. They did not come up in a time with social media. The type of posts you'll see on Facebook and Instagram are like a headshot of you and your business card as an Instagram post. John Doe in Florida, the best Florida real estate agent, John Doe, with my headshot and a picture of Florida and your phone number. It's basically posting your business card. This is one of the most common things I see for older people trying to post on Facebook and Instagram. Now, I'm not judging you if you do that, but this is not engaging content that people want to see. If you're going to be successful on social media, you need to become a storyteller. People connect with stories. You need to share with people what's going on in your life, okay? If you're a new real estate agent, share with people, hey, I'm so excited and nervous and scared that I just quit my job and got my real estate license. People will want to follow along with this journey. Oh, I just got my first sale. Or it doesn't have to be real estate related. It should be your personal life. If you have family, you should be talking about your family, raising your kids, the stuff you do on the weekends. If you have a big hobby, a group, like mine is jujitsu, you should be posting about that. If you're a marathon runner, if you're in a CrossFit group, you should be posting about all of the fun things that you like to do. People feel connected to you, they relate to you, and they feel like they're a part of your story. So stop posting on Facebook and Instagram your business card and start just posting your story. The good news about this is the easiest content to post. You don't even have to think about it. I mean, seriously, if you're going to the grocery store to pick up some medication because your kid is sick, just post a selfie and write a little story about that. It should take 2 minutes. Right? And you can do this once a day on each of these platforms, and people will feel connected with you like they just had a conversation with you. When you see them in person, they will ask you about those posts that you made. So yes, you should be on Facebook and Instagram. These are not the apps that you should be focusing most of your time on. These are just sphere apps to stay top of mind for your sphere and people of influence, okay? And you should be posting stories about your life. I would suggest once a day, but at least 3 to 5 times a week. And it should be very easy to do. Don't overthink it. Okay, so there you go. Right off the bat, we've covered Instagram and Facebook. It's very simple. Don't spend an hour today setting up a business account. Okay, just post personal stories once a day on Facebook and Instagram and slowly grow your following. All right, now let's get into the meat and potatoes. The apps that you have to be on that are going to be major drivers of closed business for you. YouTube and TikTok, okay? YouTube is the app you must be on. You saw the thumbnail, you clicked on it, you wanted to know what is the app I have to be on. You have to have a YouTube channel. And it's the one you've probably been most resistant to because it's the hardest to set up. It seems like it's the most complicated. Everyone thinks YouTube, oh, I'm trying to become YouTube famous and need 1 million subscribers. That's not the case. Okay, it's the most intimidating one probably. That's the one that you should have already set up. So I don't care if you're 75 or you're 17. Create your YouTube channel today. Okay, if you create your YouTube channel today, you'll be well on your way to vastly increasing your sales. I promise you this, okay? I'm not saying it's easy, and it will take time. It will take a lot of time. It took me 9 months of posting once a week to finally find a client through YouTube that I closed a deal with. And since then, I've closed close to 75 just from YouTube for free. These are the best, highest quality leads. These people call you dying to work with you, and they keep calling you even if you haven't made a video for 2 months because it's searchable content. You see, the thing you need to understand about YouTube is that it's completely different from Instagram and Facebook. YouTube is a search engine. In fact, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world behind Google. And guess what? Google owns YouTube. So think about the cohesiveness there in terms of the algorithm and the search potential, right? More and more people are using YouTube like they used to use Google because they want a video result. So why is this relevant? Is because you can use SEO to rank for keywords in your area, right? This changes the game. This makes you discoverable. This means if you can create quality content and simply optimize it by making the correct title, tags, keywords, and description, you can rank very high in the search results very quickly. That's extremely powerful. Okay, YouTube is the app where new people will continually discover you. Okay, when you create a YouTube video with the title, What It's Like to Live in Atlanta, Georgia, people will be finding this video for years. If you have your phone number in that video, they will find you for years. If you made the same content in an Instagram story, people would see it for about 2 hours after you posted it, and no one would ever find it again. This is why YouTube is the best app for lead generation and for converting to closed sales for realtors, bar none. And you just have to look at it like a bedrock of your business. Okay, it's not something that you're gonna go viral on and have 1 million subscribers and become famous and get your own HGTV show. Okay, that's probably not gonna happen. What it is the bedrock, the foundation of your social media presence for your business long term. Think about this for a second. If you're a really serious real estate agent, I hope there are some really serious business people watching this right now. If you ever had the thought of going to sell your business to someone, right? Plenty of successful agents at some point, they sell their business. They sell their Rolodex of people, just like a doctor sells their Rolodex of past clients to someone else who comes in and services those clients and grows it themselves. How much more valuable is your business that you want to sell going to be if you have a YouTube channel with a few thousand subscribers where people are calling you a few times a week to say that I want to work with you? I mean, that is going to vastly increase the value of your business. Okay, so I could talk for hours about why YouTube is the best social media app for realtors. I do have another full video on this, which I'll put a card for so you can watch that. But trust me when I tell you, you should have created your YouTube channel yesterday. Now let's talk about content, right? Because the tragedy of YouTube is that realtors will make the jump and create a YouTube channel and they'll make content that no one cares about. What's the content you see realtors make? Oh, let me explain to you what the inspection process is like. Let me explain to you what escrow means. Let me tell you this wacky story of being a buyer's agent. Now, I'm not saying that content can never work, but people don't care about being a real estate agent. Now, listen, if you're marketing to real estate agents because you're recruiting them, I'm not talking about you. But if you are trying to connect with people looking to buy or sell in your area, why are you making videos about being a real estate agent? You need to be making videos about your area, okay? If you live in Chicago, Illinois, today, I want you to create a YouTube channel and I want you to create a video saying the pros and cons of moving to Chicago, Illinois. And it could be, a 10-minute video that you shoot a selfie style in front of your cell phone. Write out 5 pros and 5 cons and create a 15-minute video. I guarantee you'll get business from that video. I guarantee you. Make content about your area. This is beautiful for brand new agents, right? The dilemma for brand new agents is, well, I don't know what I'm talking about. I have no authority. I've never closed a deal, so why would anyone listen to me? Well, if you've lived in Chicago for the last 18 years of your life, you're kind of an authority on Chicago. I guarantee you know the places that you should want to go hang out if you're visiting, the places you should avoid, restaurants, amenities, the best parks, where the good school districts are. Okay, there is so much valuable information that you already have from just living where you are right now, right? And this is the stuff that people want to know. Think about it. If you're moving to Chicago and you're completely unfamiliar with it, you're going to go to Google or you're going to go to YouTube. It's like, well, what's it like to live in Chicago? And then this realtor's video is going to pop up. You're going to make a connection with them. And since you've got to buy a house, who are you going to call? You're going to call this person that you've been watching on YouTube for the last 35 hours. And this happens in my business every single day. I just got off a call with someone who was thanking me profusely for the videos I make about what it's like to live in Atlanta, Georgia. So the content for YouTube should not be about being a real estate agent. It should be about your area, what it's like to live in your area. All right, let's talk about TikTok. I was a holdout for TikTok, and I can't tell you how much it hurt my business. If I had started a TikTok page, TikTok channel, whatever, when I started my YouTube channel in 2018, I would have 10x the audience. I'd probably have 10x the business. Honestly, it's one of my biggest regrets. So you need to get on TikTok yesterday. Now I'm 35. I thought TikTok was annoying. That's how I would describe it. Extremely annoying. And I'm not saying it's not annoying, but this is business, and you're either going to do what you got to do or you're going to go get a day job. Okay. The more time I spend on TikTok, the more I'm convinced it's going to be bigger than Facebook and bigger than Instagram. Okay. I think it's going to have a higher, larger impact, and I think it's going to have more longevity. I really do. I mean, it is amazing the type of content that's on TikTok. It's so vast and diverse and broad. I can't even describe it to you. You just have to spend time on the app. Of course, there's a lot of bullshit on TikTok, but there's also a lot of stuff where if you have any self-awareness, you know that this is the direction that social media is moving in. It's just like flipping the channel on a TV, except instead of like broadcast channels, it's just people who you're peering into their life and whatever they have going on. And I think live TikTok content is going to be where it heads. And honestly, I think even beyond TikTok, there's going to be some sort of, it's going to be between TikTok and Twitch. I think at some point we're just going to be completely plugged into like following people during their life at all times. TikTok is growing faster than any other social media platform. It is still kind of early for TikTok, right? It's kind of like Instagram was before, all the older people come to it. And that's not a criticism, but that is the way this has happened, right? Facebook started, it was all young people. They all moved to Instagram. Now Facebook's all old people. Now all the young people on Instagram are moving to TikTok. Now all the older people on Instagram. Now we do want to market to older people, especially because they're buying homes, but I'm just talking specifically in the realm of app popularity and volume and numbers and how it's trending, right? So the good news is it's still relatively early for TikTok. If you make some really great content, your audience can explode. If you're just starting today on Instagram, it's very unlikely your audience is going to explode overnight. You actually do kind of have that potential still with TikTok if you're making the right kind of content and if you're making enough of it. So don't get stressed out about TikTok. Download the app, follow some real estate related people, follow some of your interests, just start to learn it. Okay. Now listen, you want to talk about content? I don't do dances on TikTok. Okay. I don't do really any of the trends. I do stuff very similar to what I do on my YouTube channel. I talk about neighborhoods. In fact, I repurpose a lot of my YouTube videos for TikTok, and we're going to get into some other tips, but a lot of the content between YouTube and TikTok can be repurposed, so you don't have to shoot it twice. But again, the content I'm making on TikTok is about my area, what it's like to live in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, I also have a channel talking about, I have a Freedom Agents channel about coaching real estate agents, right? And so I keep my content specific to those contents. I don't make content about being a great real estate agent necessarily. So you want to make content that's relevant for the people you're trying to get in touch with. Here's some examples of stuff you can do. You can do home tours. You know how powerful it is that you can open up a lockbox and get into any home that's on the market right now? So find some vacant listings, make sure it's okay with the listing agent, get a gimbal, I've told you to get a gimbal before, and do a home tour of the video. People love seeing home tours on TikTok. There's plenty of pages that are home tours that have hundreds of thousands of views. That's easy content for you to shoot today. Okay, MLS searches. You could literally just screenshot yourself searching on the MLS for a certain budget. You can ask your audience, hey, what do you want me to search for? Let's see what's on the market now in my city for $350,000. I think people would be very interested in that. And TikTok can be so simple. If you can find a music or sound trend, you can shoot something that's 5 seconds long that, goes completely viral potentially, or has a really great response. So, YouTube definitely is a lot of work because of the length of the videos and the production quality. TikTok can be super simple. You can easily post 5 TikToks in a day once you get the hang of it. All right, so that was a lot. I covered the core 4 platforms that you should have a presence on. We talked about how you need to prioritize YouTube and TikTok over Instagram and Facebook. Instagram and Facebook you will post on, but these are to stay top of mind for your sphere of influence. YouTube and TikTok are how you're going to grow an audience and how you're going to generate leads and close deals. Here's a couple tips to leave you with because you want to close deals, right? a call to action. In every YouTube video I have, there's a call to action. Hey, people reach out to me all the time to help them buy or sell a home, and I absolutely love it. I make sure people know I'm excited when people reach out to me. Now with TikTok, you need a certain amount of subscribers to put your contact info in there. It's okay, you can just get started. People can still message you, but at some point in your content, you want to encourage people to reach out to you. After all, that's the whole point of making these videos. You want people to reach out to you so you can turn them into clients. So you must incorporate a call to action consistently. Now, number two, one of the most daunting pieces of YouTube and TikTok is the editing, right? That's an entire skill into itself. And you see a lot of great edits online. It's very intimidating for people. Oh, do I have to get, iMovie? Do I have to get Final Cut Pro or Avid? Listen, it's very affordable to hire an editor to edit your content. Okay, I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but you can find an overseas editor for about $5 an hour. It's really not that complicated to find an affordable editor. This is something that you can find overseas, people who are fantastic at editing videos, and it doesn't have to break the bank. You can pay them a very affordable rate and get extremely good results. So if you're interested, you can reach out to me to know more about that process. But in terms of what you should be spending money on, I did make a video about how you should be spending money on video equipment. You need a gimbal and a drone and a lavalier mic. These are some of the best purchases you can make. And then once you get to the point where you can't handle all the content you're making, you need to look at hiring an editor. It's gonna increase the quality of your videos and it's gonna give you back more of your time. All right, so there you have it. That was a lot of content. I could have talked way longer. I didn't want this video to be too long, but listen, if you're a real estate agent, there's so much misinformation about how to use social media. So I really hope that clarified things for you. Don't worry as much about Facebook and Instagram. Get to know YouTube and TikTok today. Start posting, make content about what it's like to live in your area, and just get to know these platforms, develop your skills. And remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint, right? This isn't like paying for leads where we're hoping to close business right away. This is laying the foundation of a business that you can sell at some point in the future. This is absolutely a non-negotiable. It's completely crucial if you're a real estate agent in 2022 going into 2023. You have to have a social media presence. I don't care what your age is. This is a non-negotiable. So hopefully that got you fired up. You can absolutely crush it because a lot of realtors aren't doing this. If you want to continue the discussion, you can book a Zoom call with me using the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.